Welcome to lesson 9C, Born to Sing. In this lesson, we are going to study in grammar, present perfect, or simple past tense, part 2. Okay, so we are going to contrast these verb tenses. In vocab, we are going to learn about biographies. And in pronunciation, work some word stress and the sound or. Okay, let's start. Number 1, vocabulary and pronunciation. In letter A, you are going to look at the highlighted words in the list below, okay? And then you will do this activity here. Which syllable is stressed? Let's go pause the video now, check these highlighted words, and try to separate them or just circle, okay, the stressed syllable. Okay, let's check. Let's listen.
4.25.
Marry somebody. Get married.
Go to elementary school.
Have children.
Go to college.
Graduate from college.
Separate.
Get divorced.
Retire.
Listen again if necessary. Okay, let's then check your answers. So now take a look at your notes and see if they are correct. Fantastic. Now listen again and this time focus on the stressed syllable and try to pronounce it correctly. Wonderful. Okay, now let's go to activity B. Now, you will number the expressions in what you think is the most logical order. Let's go. So, events in your life, what would be the most logical order for you? This is personal. There is no right or wrong. Let's go. Do it. All right. So here we have a suggestion of what it could be, but it could be different, okay? That's not a problem. Do you agree with that? Which ones are different from yours? All right. Now, let's continue here. In activity C, you are going to listen and repeat the words and sounds. Let's go.
4.26.
Horse. Or. Born. Divorced. For.
Great. So this is the or sound as in horse. Now you are going to practice saying these words down here. Then you will circle the ones with the or sound. Let's go, do it. Ready? Now let's listen and check your answers.
4.27.
More. Work. World. Boring. Door. Worse. Sports. Where. Form. Near. Score. Word.
Great. Listen again if necessary. So at first, you might think all of them have the or sound, but actually, that's not correct, okay? Some words here are not pronounced in or, so you should have circled only these ones here. So here, the words as in, for example, work, world, worse, and also word. These words here that you should not circle, okay? These words that you should not circle, they do not have the or sound. Actually, they have another rule. So here, what rule can you see for words with were plus a consonant? They don't have the or sound. Actually, they will have the bird sound. Okay, we have already studied about it. So whenever we have were together with a consonant, like in these words, for example, were will be pronounced as uh, as in the word bird that we studied, all right? Great. So let's pronounce together. We have here work, world, worse, and word. Congratulations. All right, let's continue reading. Look at the photos of Bob Marley and Ziggy Marley and read the introduction. Have you heard their music? Do you like it? So here are the photos of father and son, okay, Bob Marley and Ziggy Marley. Let's read this introduction here. Okay, great. Now we are going to work on some events for both the father, who, as we all know, is already dead, right? And his son, Ziggy Marley, who is still alive. So we have here this activity. Um, Read here in letter B, okay? Read 10 facts about the lives of the two men in pairs. Decide which 5 are about Bob Marley and which 5 are about Ziggy Marley. So you should use their initials, okay? And write them here according to who the little paragraph is related to. Pause the video and do it. Wonderful. So now we're going to check your answers. So these are the answers to this exercise here, okay? Fantastic. Now, you are going to activity C. Okay, you are going to try to say with your own words what you can remember about both Ziggy Marley and Bob Marley. Amazing. Come on, guys, let's go to activity 3, grammar. Present perfect or simple past, part 2. To start with, can you answer these questions here? Okay, so now we are going to focus on the verb tenses, okay? So when we were reading about Bob Marley, what tenses are all the verbs? What about Ziggy Marley? What 3 tenses are there and why? Let's check your answers. So about Bob Marley, they are all in the past tense because he is dead. So he was born, he made, he died. We're talking about a completed action from the past, okay? There's no continuation for him here, at least. In number 2, we are talking about Ziggy Marley, who's still alive. So we can see facts using simple past, for example. He was born, he was 13, he formed a band, okay? And simple present is also possible here because he has children, right? It's used for what is true for him right now. In present perfect, it's also possible here. He has been a musician. He has won, and there is a possibility for that to change or to continue being right now, okay? So this structure is used for actions or states that started in the past and are still true in the present. Okay, like he started being a musician when he was 13 and is still a musician right now. Okay, very good. Come on now, let's go to Bremer Bank lesson 9C and let's learn more about these differences here. Okay, starting with some examples, listen to them and repeat.
4.28. 1.
How long was Bob Marley a musician?
He was a musician for 20 years.
How many Grammys did he win?
He didn't win any.
2.
How long has Ziggy Marley been a musician?
He's been a musician since he was 10.
How many Grammys has he won?
He's won 4.
Great, so let's see. Ok, aqui então nós vamos fazer um contraste sobre o present perfect e o simple past, ok? Aqui então nós vemos simple past, que nós vamos usar para falar sobre períodos, né, de tempo que foram concluídos, né, de um período que já terminou, que ficou no passado, ações concluídas, que não estão mais acontecendo no meu presente. Usamos o present perfect para falar sobre o período de tempo, né, que começou no passado e que se estende ao nosso presente, tá? Um passado, então, que continua influenciando o seu presente. Vamos comparar aqui, então, o simple past e o present perfect nessas duas frases aqui. Jack was married for 10 years. Jack is not married now. He's divorced or dead. Então aqui, se eu falo que o Jack, né, ó, ele foi casado por 10 anos, usando aqui o simple past, né? Jack was married for 10 years. Se eu uso o simple past ou, né, o Jack não é mais casado, ele é divorciado, ou o Jack já morreu, tá? Então, aconteceu no passado e terminou. Hoje em dia, isso não é mais verdade. Jack has been married for 10 years. Agora que o has been married é onde a gente usa aqui, então, o present perfect. Se eu uso present perfect, eu estou querendo indicar que o Jack, ele continua casado agora. Ele se casou há um tempo atrás e, né, há 10 anos atrás, mas hoje ele continua casado. Portanto, Jack has been married for 10 years. Ok? Fantastic! Então, aqui o contraste que a gente tem sobre os dois tempos verbais, ok? Now, going to next page, lesson 9C, we have this exercise to do. Letter A, circle the correct form. So now you are going to read these sentences and circle simple past or present perfect, like in this example. She is or she's been single since last summer. Okay, you will read, interpret, and then choose one. Pause the video and do it. Great, let's then check your answers. These are the answers to this exercise. Fantastic. Moving on, letter B. You will now complete with the present perfect or the simple past. Like in this sentence here. Where does Rob live now? In San Diego. So here, how long there? We use he and the verb live. So you need to use either present perfect or simple past tense. Pause the video and do it. Great. Now let's then check your answers. Okay, great. That's it. Let's go back to page 72. Actually, 73. We have now a listening exercise. For listening. A. Look at the photos of another famous father and son, Julio and Enrique, who are both singers. What's their last name? Who do you think is more famous? Okay, so now in activity B, you're going to listen to a radio program about Enrique. Look at the information. Before you listen, guess what the connection is to him. Okay, so before we listen to this audio here, you are going to try to read here. For example, Madrid, 1975. What do you think is the connection to Enrique? We have an example here. I think he was born in Madrid in 1995. So try to do to the other information here as well, okay? Great. So now in letter C, we are going to listen and make some notes, okay, about this information. Let's go.
4.29.
Good evening, and welcome to Top Sounds, our weekly music program. And tonight, the focus is on the Latin music star Enrique Iglesias. As I'm sure you all know, Enrique Iglesias is the son of the Spanish singer Julio Iglesias, who is one of the most successful singing artists of all time. Enrique was born in Madrid, Spain in 1975. His mother is Isabel Preisler, a journalist and TV host from the Philippines. When he was 3 years old, his parents got divorced, and later he moved to Miami to live with his father. He started studying business at the University of Miami, but he left after a year because he wanted to become a musician. He didn't want his father to know about his music career, and he didn't want to use his famous last name to be successful. So when he sent some of his songs to several record companies, he used the name Enrique Martinez, and he eventually got a contract with a Mexican record company. He made his first album, called Enrique Iglesias, in 1995, which won him a Grammy. He then made 2 more albums, and he had many hits on the Latin music charts. At first, Enrique sang mainly in Spanish, but later he began to sing more and more in English, too. His 4th album, Escape, in 2001, was his biggest commercial success and included the singles Escape and Hero, sung in English, which became hits all over the world and made Enrique an international star. Since then, he has made 5 other albums and has also had a few acting parts in movies and TV shows. Also, in 2001, he began dating the Russian tennis player Anna Kournikova, but they kept their relationship very private. Today, Enrique Iglesias is recognized as one of the most popular artists in Latin America. He has sold 100 million albums, which makes him one of the best-selling artists of all time.
Okay, so listen again if necessary. Let's then check your answers. Okay, so check it to see if your notes are something similar to these ones. Fantastic. Okay, so now in activity D, there's a personal question for you. Do you think Ziggy and Enrique have been successfully because of their last names or because they are genuinely talented? Do you think it is common for children to want to do the same jobs as their parents? All right. Okay, so you can now take some notes about your answer in activity D, or you can record talking about what you think about it, right? Your opinion. Great. 5. Speaking and writing. This activity will be performed during our online class, but you can be ready for that, all right? Think about when another person, a friend, or a member of your family who is alive and who you know well. Prepare to answer the questions below about his or her life and to tell your partner any other interesting information about this person, okay? So here you are going to try to get some information about this person, about the past, this person's past, and about the present. Okay. Do you think he or she has had a good life? Why or why not? So be ready to tell about this person, okay? We are going to do some sort of interview on our online class, and you will be able to ask and provide further information about this person, okay? Great. Now, on page 116, we have a biography. You will learn how to write a biography of a person you know or a famous person. Let's go. So here we have this biography about Nora Jones. Okay, so to start with, you will read this biography and then you are going to cover and try to remember 3 things about her. So read it and try to remember some facts about Nora Jones. Okay, fantastic. Now, in letter B, you're going to put the verbs in parentheses in the simple past or present perfect tense. But before, let's check this out. When writing a biography, we need to be careful about the uses of the tenses. If you write a biography of a person who is dead, the verbs will all be in the simple past. If the person is alive, all finished actions will be in the simple past, such as the person's early life, for example, when she was born, went to college, etc. Or specific actions in their life, for example, got married, moved to another town, and etc. However, you must use the present perfect for unfinished actions that started in the past and are still true now, and which might change. Okay, so for example, she has won 9 Grammy Awards. She has appeared in several movies. Both these experiences here, they are likely to happen again because she's alive. So, therefore, we need to use present perfect here. Use the simple present or present continuous to talk about the present day. For example, she lives in New York. She's working on a new album. All right. So let's take this note here into account. Now pause the video and complete with the verbs in parentheses. You got it? Let's check your answers. So these are the forms of the verbs you should have used in Nora Jones' biography. Okay, great. Now, it's your turn. In activity C, you will write a biography of someone you know or of a famous person who is still alive. You will write 3 paragraphs and then you're going to make notes before you begin. For example, in the first paragraph, you need to use this information into this information and in 3 this information, okay? After you write down, check your biography for mistakes, okay? And you can send this biography that you wrote to my email or to your teacher's WhatsApp so we can check and give you a feedback on them, all right? That's great. Moving back to page 73, we have now a song, You're My Number One. This song will be displayed here on the platform. Okay, you can check the link to listen to the song and also download here in archivos, okay, in files folder. You can download this song activity so you can do it. That's it, okay? Fantastic. Now let's go together to the workbook. In the workbook, we have some exercises for you to do here, pages 60 and 61. And now we will do this listening activity, all right? You will play and you will do it.
File 9C. Listening.
Hello, and welcome to those of you who just joined us. Continuing on our theme of celebrity families, the focus of today's program is actress and singer Judy Garland and her daughter, Liza Minnelli. Now, Judy Garland's real name was Frances Ethel Gum, and she was born on June 10th, 1922 in Grand Rapids, Minnesota. Her parents ran a theater, and Judy first appeared on stage singing a Christmas song with her two older sisters when she was 2 years old. When she was 13, Judy joined the movie company Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer, and at the age of 16, she played Dorothy in The Wizard of Oz. The movie was extremely successful, and she won a Children's Oscar for her performance. Metro-Goldwyn-Mayer terminated her contract in 1950. However, she continued to perform, and in 1964, she did a series of concerts at the London Palladium. In fact, it was in London where Judy Garland was found dead in 1969. Judy got married 5 times and had 3 children. One of these children was Liza Minnelli, who was 23 when her mother died. Liza was born in Hollywood, California, on March 12, 1946. She grew up in movie studios and, like her mother, made her first stage appearance at the age of 2. She was only 5 when her parents got divorced. After performing successfully with her mother at the London Palladium in 1964, Liza became a professional nightclub singer. She made several albums and later starred as a singer in the 1972 movie Cabaret, a role for which she won an Oscar. Despite her successful singing and acting career, Liza has had similar problems to her mother. She has been married 4 times, but, unlike her mother, she never had children. Today, Liza Minnelli is in her 60s, but she still makes occasional television appearances.
Great, so that's it. Do the other activities, okay, and let us know if you have any questions. Thank you, see you next video. Bye bye.